All right, so there are three common areas of our lives, of my life, that contribute to being busy and therefore being stressed. And they are the amount of rest that I get or that I don't get, the amount of time that I spend at work or doing work, and the attention that we give to our kids. So let's start with rest. And the key question here, who is responsible for the amount of sleep you get? If you have a newborn, then that's one thing, but otherwise, you're probably the responsible one. Do you stay up late to unwind? Sometimes I do. Do you sleep until the last possible moment before you absolutely have to get up? Sometimes I do this too. But when you do either of these things, in many ways, you're just along for the ride. But when I'm deliberate about my sleep habits and my rest, and when I go to bed, I get up earlier. And magically, then there's time to exercise or to plan, to think, and time to decompress a bit. And in my life, that is the first step to stress management. A good day, a productive day, starts with the decision that's made the night prior. So don't stay up late every night because you need to unwind. Get some rest and rise early. That way you can face and tackle the day on your terms. So the next category, work. So whether you work by the hour or if you're a salary employee, let go of the mindset that working longer is better for the organization or for your coworkers and your career. It will never stop unless you stop it. And it's certainly not better for you or your family to work longer hours. What I've found that works for me is, again, in being deliberate about getting some of that time back, getting your life back. We have to ask ourselves the question, right? Do I live to work or do I work to gain freedom in my lifestyle? So certainly show up on time or early, since now you're probably waking up earlier, right? If you take the previous advice. But when the day draws to an end, leave. And if you're teleworking these days, then set boundaries. Be deliberate about after hours work so that you can protect time for yourself and with your family. We deserve what we accept, right? It's your life to live. So don't accept undue intrusion. Knock it off when the work is done. And it may not be done, but you can save some more for the next day. All right, the third category, final category, kids. So I'm a parent. My wife and I have to constantly remind ourselves with this question, and it's a hard one. The question is, who is training who? Are you training your kids or are they training you? Because these loving little humans and balls of energy and joy can cause an exorbitant amount of stress for new parents, for young parents, and for seasoned veterans alike. So books have been written on this, so I'm not going to go too deep here, but think about those areas where you've lost a part of your life, a lot of time. Don't get me wrong, okay? Parenting is a sacrifice, and it should be, and we go in, with eyes wide open. We have to parent, and we love to parent. But it's okay. In fact, it's in your best interest, in your spouse's best interest, and your kids' best interest to take some time back. Take time for you and your spouse, because a healthy marriage is the best way to care for your children. Take time for yourself by putting the kids in their bedroom, not yours. If you're not rested, you aren't much good to them, right? And when they're old enough, let them eat what you cook for yourself. Don't cook separate meals for everyone. These are just examples of the things that have worked for us and things that have challenged us in the past. They may not be easy in the beginning to implement, but they definitely pay off in the long run, okay? The takeaway here is that you can say no. You can say no to the things that contribute to your stress, because being a stressed out parent is neither sustainable nor is it optimal. Love your kids, but protect some time for yourself. It doesn't mean that you love your kids less. It means that you're parenting, and kids are learning to adapt to rules just like they'll have to live with as they grow into adults. So control your rest, take some time back from your work schedule, and again, some freedom in your life as a parent so you can be an even better one. I'd love to hear your comments and feedback on this one. Thanks for listening, guys.